Okay, another question that I have had a little bit this week is to do with the binomial expansion and using Pascal's triangle for that. So we've got a case here where we might want to expand the 2x plus 3 to the power of 4. Obviously we can use our Pascal's triangle to get those coefficients that we're going to use, or we can use our calculator to get them. Now, because I've got my power of 4 there, I'm looking at this row here, so I know that it's going to use that pattern as we go across. So it's going to be the 1, and then 4, 6, and then 4, and 1 of something. Plus I know I'm going to start with my highest term, so I've got my 2x to the power of 4. Then I've got 4 lots of the 2x to the power of 3, and my 3 there. Then I've got 6 lots of the 2x to the power of 2, and then the 3 squared, and then I've got 4 lots of 2x is now to the power of 1 times the 3 to the 3, and then on the end there I have my 3 to the power of 4. So a little bit squished there, but we can see we're going 4, 3, 2, 1 for our 2x to the power of, and then the reverse for the 3, so we've got 0 there, 3, 3 squared, 3 cubed, 3 to the power of 4 for that one on the end. And then I've got to go through and simplify. And that's why I wanted to use this one that had the 2 here, because that's where often students will forget to do that 2 to the power of 4. So when we do the 2 to the power of 4, we're going to get 16x to the 4, because when you've got that brackets there, it applies to both of them. So you just have to be really careful not to forget that. When we've got our 2 to the power of 3, that's going to be 8. So we've got the 4 times the 8 x to the power of 3 times 3, so I'll come back after and simplify that. Here we've got 2 squared, so that's going to be 4, so I've got 6 times 4x squared times, and we've got a 3 squared there, so that's 9. I'm going to come down to the next line just so I can fit it all in. I've got my 2x there, so I don't have to do any powers for the 2 there, so I've just got 4 times 2x times, now my 3 to the power of 3 is going to be 27. And then on the end there, I've got my 3 to the power of 4, which is 81. So then I'm going to go along that line, simplify further. So my 16x to the 4, that was fine. Then here I've got 4 times 8 times 3. So I've got to do my 4 times 8 times 3 for that coefficient, which is 96, x to the power of 3. Then I've got 6 times 4 times 9, and I get 216, x squared. And then here I've got 4 times 2 times 27, and I get 216 x, and then I've got my 81 on the end. So checking along my line, I have the 4, 3, 2, 1 with my x's, and then I had my 3's going upwards there, but we can't see them now that the coefficients are there. Finishing the other way that you could be asked that question is to find just a particular coefficient. Now that might be where you've got instead of to the power of 4, where that you can use your Pascal's triangle and show all that expansion. We might want to test a higher power, but we don't want you writing all of that out, so we're just choosing one of the terms to look at. So we might choose the say the x to the 3 term there, and just ask for that 96 to check that you knew how to do it. And that's where we'd be looking that you're raising it to the power of 3, the 2's being raised to the power of 3, and you've got 3 to the 1, and you've got that 4 coefficient there. So that's why we would do that format to test that skill without having to do the full expansion if you were, say, raised to power of 8, 9, etc. Okay, hope that was helpful.